Hey everyone, this is Walter and I'm back here with more Reddit, because I haven't been working enough lately. Nice guys are men who are convinced that they can just call themselves nice and that people will believe them. But if they show up in one of my videos, they're probably actually dicks. Let's get into it with nice guys from Reddit. This first one is from Reddit Nice Guy Stories. Which dress looks better? Dude, love you to death, but those dresses do not look good at all, and no man is going to want to date you if you're wearing those. This is for my family birthday party? Well, you're always complaining about being single, and then wear shit like this, so I don't know what to tell you. Bro, what? It's not just me. Arya thinks it too. You always complain about being single, and then wear the worst outfits known to mankind. Nothing personal, just trying to help. I think this kind of thing came up in the last video too. Just viciously insulting someone under the guise of, oh, I'm just being nice and trying to help. You gotta tell people like this to go fuck themselves. Both of those dresses were cute as fuck. Your friend is being mean for no reason other than to intentionally hurt you. Drop them like the bad egg they are. Okay, let's read a story. Worst Hinge date I've ever been on. Disclaimer. Sorry if this is long-winded. I'm not great with explaining things via text. Honestly, I don't know if this even counts as a nice guy, but I just want to share my story of the most uncomfortable date ever. So we met on Hinge, which in my opinion is a lot better than Tinder if you're looking to actually date someone. He was nice on text, didn't give me any hints of how the date would actually go. I will admit some of his texts were pure cringe. Some of the things he would say were moving too fast for me, seeing as though we hadn't even met. Come round to the first time we was meant to meet. My cat died on the day, so obviously I wasn't gonna go. I tell him and he's completely understanding of the situation, and we rearrange. Okay, bare minimum. But I was like, oh, he's really nice. Anyway, fast forward to a week later, and we finally meet up. We meet at a bar and it's going okay. Conversation is going smooth. He even brought trinkets to look at. Which I love myself a cool trinket. Now this is where it starts to get uncomfortable. We was sat across from each other, like you would do, but he started asking me to move next to him. I said no, I'm okay over here, moved on from it, but he did not let up at all. He could not take my no as an answer, so I had to just end up moving to sit next to him so he would stop, because he would not stop pulling a face. I would say it was like a puppy dog face, which was making me cringe so bad. Mind you, this man was 31 years old, and I was 23, nearly 24 at the time. He then proceeded to grab my leg and put it over his, which I was like, I kept pulling it off, but again, he just kept putting it back and acting offended if I took my own fucking leg away. Honestly, I know what you might be thinking. Why didn't I just leave at this point? And I really wish I had. Ah, no way. This is his behavior on a first date? He's like Pepe Le Pew or something. My dumbass then agrees to go on this Ferris wheel with him. He's also just been constantly whispering in my ear about how he wants to kiss me passionately. I genuinely feel so gross just typing this, LMAO. We end up on it, and he ends up unzipping my coat. When I told him no, I'm cold, please stop, he then brushed his hand over my breast, and that's where I drew the line and told him, no, that's way too far. The way he would just constantly apologize, but keep doing these things when I would tell him no multiple times is crazy. Anyway, by the end of the date, I was mentally exhausted and extremely uncomfortable. I just wanted to go home. He takes me to the train station and is hinting for me to stay over at his. Obviously, I say no. He then proceeded to tell me that he was going to send me a dick pic when he got home. And I was actually mortified that he thought that was okay to say. I tell him I don't appreciate unsolicited pics, so don't do it. I get home, and the next day I blocked and removed him from Instagram. Didn't give him an explanation because I genuinely just didn't want to talk to him. There was other stuff throughout the date that was just really weird. The way he just wouldn't stop touching me, I got so overstimulated that I had to take myself to the bathroom to calm down. I wish I had left, but I think I felt stuck and worried. Would like to point out he was fully acting like we was already in a long-term relationship, and he was saying how he wanted me to move into his house in 6 months' time, and that I wouldn't need to work and he would pay for everything, and also the fact that he hadn't been in a relationship for 7 years. And claimed that every girl he went on a date with said he was too much. Literally blaming the girls for his shitty behavior. Genuinely crazy stuff. Yeah, I'd say if you want someone to stop touching you, you should definitely not get on the Ferris wheel with them. And you know when someone like this says that you don't have to work, I'll pay for everything? What they really mean is that they want to financially dominate their partner and be in control of all the money. Please, please, do not ever tolerate this kind of emotional bullying again. Listen to your gut and just leave. Don't say goodbye. Text it when you are a safe distance away, with a short explanation why. Then, sever all contact. I say this as a 60-year-old man. Looking back, I knew guys in high school and college that were like this. There was at least one guy in a larger group who fit this profile. We knew it on some level, but tolerated it, instead of confronting him. I also find it amazing that he can notice that all women make the same complaint about him but think, oh well, I guess they're all just wrong. Couldn't be me. Okay, let's head on over to Reddit Nice Guys and try to find some more posts. Okay, good. Just the vibe I was going for. You honestly gave me chill and down-to-earth vibes. That's definitely me. And chaotic golden retriever vibes, apparently, haha. Morning. You go to bed early yesterday? Morning. Hope you have a good day. You too, cutie. What you up to today? Busy day at work. Lots of meetings. How about you? I thought you were going to your family's last night? Yeah, I work from home some days. Oh, true. So work from home today? Yeah, work from home today. Also, if I can be totally honest, I feel like the pacing right now is a bit too fast for me. I've enjoyed chatting, but I want to make sure we're on the same page, and I'm comfortable moving at a slower pace. Slower pace in what way? What do you mean? Ah man, they've been talking for like a day and he's already starting to give her a Spanish Inquisition about the night before. Imagine how bad this guy would be if she actually dated him. Honestly, after some thought, I think we're looking for different things, and I don't wish to waste your time. I had fun chatting with you, and I wish you all the best. Lol, different things? Fair enough, haha. Glad I didn't waste my time anymore with someone that doesn't know what they want. Fatty. Not sure at what point you sensed something was off, but your radar was apparently spot on. For additional context, since I couldn't add a caption to the post, this is someone I matched with on Hinge, and we exchanged numbers that same day. My mistake, I now have learnt. And this was the next day already. Hadn't even met him, but he was already very off with the pacing and would give immediate replies that felt sort of clingy to me. I genuinely mean like 0.2 seconds after I would text, even if I took a few hours to get back to him. And in the conversation attached, you can see he already brought up where I said I was going to be the night before, into the next day. Which was true, but I was also working from home. And him questioning it already felt very possessive to me. Overall weird vibes, and an immediate block. Grilling you about where you spent the night or where you work is fucking crazy on day 2 of chatting. Boy was interrogating you like he was trying to catch you cheating, and you hadn't even met him yet. I feel like when these guys say golden retriever energy or whatever, they just mean that they need constant attention and validation. Starts the day with cutie, and ends it with fatty. That's also a good point. Let's move on. I think I'll preface this next one by saying he's on Grindr talking to a trans man. Hey, how are you? I admit, you have really big tits, so I would love to see it completely, including the nipples. But I don't think you have the confidence and courage needed to show. Yeah, there's no way that method ever works. I can only assume that when it doesn't work, he'll try the double dog dare. It is a pity that arrogance wouldn't allow you to chat, even though I am 110% sure that I will treat you much better than what you have experienced so far. The fuck you on about? You and your attitude, bitch. Okay. Quit the I don't give a fuck and whatever / punk attitude. Meh. Deep down, you still want to be treated like a princess and crave attention, which no fucking man here has or will give you, cause most men are simply assholes and selfish. What makes you think I want to be treated like a princess? All girls do. And yes, you are still more of a female than a male. Not just appearance-wise, but also character, behavior, and hormones-wise. Okay. God, he sure knows a lot about someone he's never met before. And not even close to all women want to be treated like a princess anyway. I ask that in my comments sometimes. No need to get hostile. Those are facts that even science will agree. Okay. Be honest, have you ever been with a man / male who had treated you with at most respect, care, and actually cared about your feelings and desires? Who went out of their way to make you happy and satisfied? What point are you trying to prove? Answer the question honestly, and you will find out. Don't have to. Of course not, but why get so defensive? You got curious to know what point I was trying to make, and I asked you to answer honestly, and you will find out. I know you are too young, so in punk/whatever mode, but deep down, you are still a rational human. At least I hope so. Okay, I have. You have what? Been with a guy. Been as in past tense, so something was still missing. No, we just broke up for other reasons. Everyone does, because there is still something missing or doesn't match. Okay. He doesn't only try to explain who you are to you, but also your past relationships. Guy must be a psychic or something. It is based on experience. Have definitely had more partners and breakups than you. In most cases, it is communication and being confused, not knowing what you really want. Okay, congratulations. Do you want a medal or something? Pulling you out of your ass would suffice, no need for medals. Wow, what a gentleman you are. Says the one who never replies to polite openers. You only react to judgmental/rude comments, as if you crave them. I only have time at night. I don't have time during the day because I have a life. Bullshit. Texted you at different time. You were online, desperate, and checked profile. It was a little experiment that me and my friends did. Waiting for your childish comeback. Okay. The only reason you can enjoy being so naive is the pussy that you got and the big boobs. Because most men here are bisexual, so they like girls more than men. Take those away, and you will have to have a decent character. You will never believe, but my intentions were to open your eyes. Yeah, so now he seems to be asserting that most men on Grindr prefer women, which doesn't really sound right to me, but apparently he loves to make shit up and pass it off as fact. Though I was kind of wondering if this was supposed to be an honest attempt to hit on someone or not. He's pretty much being as abrasive as possible. I know from experience that most men on Grindr do not prefer girls more than men. To be honest, I was confused when he said that. I love how he thought you were defensive when most of the time you said nothing more than okay. What a tool. The delusion was strong with this guy. It's funny, they think I take things personally because I'm a snowflake, lol. Asking to see your tits and then having the nerve to say he'd treat you better than anyone else before, in essentially the same breath, is fucking asinine. Yes, nothing says I treat women with respect, like opening with show your tits and then calling them a bitch. How could you possibly pass on this absolute prince? And of course the fact that he's talking to a trans man just makes everything that much more cringy. And finally, let's read about what I assumed would be a Florida man, but I guess he's Canadian actually. She said, while being driven home by a coworker on Thursday, she was followed by a man she recognized as a regular customer at the bar. He then asked her to get into his vehicle to talk. The woman got in, and the man allegedly locked the doors and drove away. He reportedly professed his love for the victim and ignored her pleas to let her out of the car, police said in a media release. When she opened the door and attempted to jump out, he physically restrained her. Eventually, the victim was able to get out of the car and waved down another motorist for help. Police said the man then called the woman approximately 16 times to try to meet up with her and return the personal items she had left in his vehicle. A 43-year-old Guelph man was arrested Saturday and charged with kidnapping, forcible confinement, assault, and criminal harassment. Wow, what a fucking creep. Yeah, like she's gotta meet up with him to get her stuff, sure. He probably gave her PTSD. If you love them, restrain them. No, wait. Bummer though. He's such a keeper. Fuck, wait again. Jokes aside, I'm super happy that she managed to escape and find someone who actually understood that she was in danger and saved her life. Well, anyway, I think that's about all the time I have for you today. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, please give it a like. If you have something to say about the nice guys, or about my content in general, let me hear it in the comments. I do read them while the video's new. If you're new here, consider subscribing for more of the same and whatever else I want to talk about. And finally, big thanks to my awesome patrons who help by supporting me more directly over on Patreon. It really helps me out. I think I'm going to have a Russell Greer video coming up, and I also want to talk about Patrick Tomlinson again. Thankfully, he hasn't sent me to prison yet. Have a great day, everyone. And if I insult you, just remember that I was actually trying to help.